Stays in, along with the theme, the Osmond Boys. Second generation. Make you feel old?
Oh, boy.
Here's Michael, Nathan, Douglas, David, Scott, and John Osmond.
First generation made me feel old.
Hey, Mr. Sandman! Mr. Sandman! Sandman! I'm so alone. Don't have nobody to call my own. So please turn on your magic beam. Mr. Sandman, bring me, please, please bring me a dream. Yes, yes, yes.
Boy, are they? That's terrific. They're fantastic. Isn't that great? The old man can stay home and rest now and let the kids work for a while, right? Support him.
Cutie, did you see
The,
it?
oh,
The little guy.
The one on the end is mine. I love him. Yeah, that's wonderful. Incidentally, that Mercedes, I call it Mercedes, is an Excalibur. I saw it as it went by. That's the only other mistake I made. I don't make mistakes. The guy that hires me makes mistakes. From Winchester, Indiana, the Winchester Community High School Marching Show Band, winner of 8 Indiana State Marching Championships. And the band director is Bradley Roberts. Hi, Brad. Winchester, Indiana, congratulations. And I believe the Wauwatosa's the Red Riders, not the Raiders. I said that's the only other mistake I made. The Doodlebug, who wouldn't love to ride along with him? Singer Desiree Coleman is aboard this Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Desiree attended the High School of Music and Art here in New York. Very famous school for so many young people. Began her singing career, but I bet she never rode a Doodlebug down Broadway before. Here's Desiree Coleman with Romance. Pretty, pretty lady.
I can tell you like me, you can tell I like you too. You can be the one to make me smile, but your strokes too bold and your act a little too cold. Ooh, wait, baby, I wish you'd change your style. I need a little bit of romance underneath the moonlight, a little bit of tenderness to get me into loving. I need a little bit of romance underneath the moonlight, a little bit of tenderness if you want my loving. Ooh, pearls and diamond rings, moonlight.
A new Woodstock balloon joins the giant Snoopy on skates, and the Radio City Music Hall Rockettes line up for kicks.
Special cartoons tomorrow.
I couldn't be more excited.
Your favorite Saturday cartoons will be on tomorrow morning, too. Wake up tomorrow to your cartoon friends. Yippee! And then see them Saturday morning, too. Beautiful! So join in the fun 2 days in a row. Tomorrow and Saturday.
Friday and Saturday only, it's Famous Bar's 2-day after Thanksgiving sale. Look for savings store-wide. Shop 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. The 2-day after Thanksgiving sale at Famous.
When you service all the cars we do,
Welcome.
perfection is automatic. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. People who know what they're doing.
Venture makes your holiday magic. The magic of Christmas starts with Venture's 2-day sale. Our entire stock of real 14-karat gold chains is 65% off. Buy $50 worth of gold, and you can get Rare Bear, made of genuine mink for just $10. Great gifts at great prices. That's the real magic of Venture's 2-day sale. Stores open early, Friday at 7 a.m., Saturday at 8 a.m.
Happy Thanksgiving, St. Louis.
62 years of love and affection right here at the Macy State Parade. We're back in business. Woody Woodpecker, about my age. The guy who always has the last laugh is back for his 7th flight down Broadway. Was that you? You're fantastic ventriloquist. I didn't. That's marvelous. See, look at her. Furnished by Universal Studios of Hollywood, the senior balloon of Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade has feathers creamed and is all set as he goes down Broadway. This famous cartoon character is not one to throw his weight around, at least not while he's Woody Woodpecker here with his handlers. They have a real grip on this fella. I mean a real strong grip on him. A big bird. Sandy, stop that. Multifaceted thing, you. Hey, go get him, Woody. Woody likes the folks. There he goes. Hey, baby, that's terrific. Hey, Woody is really right in there now. Santa's trolleys bring one of those television.
There's Keisha Knight Pulliam. There she is.
Beautiful at the Cosby Show on NBC, America's #1 television show. She plays Rudy, the youngest Huxtable, a 4th grader, 9-year-old. Keisha is from Newark, New Jersey, and she's been in show business almost all of her life, sort of like somebody else I know.
Me.
You devil.
The Norwalk High School Marching Band, known in Norwalk, Connecticut as the Marching Bears, and the town loves them.
Everybody's favorite beagle, Snoopy, flies with Woodstock. And a gentleman from the North Pole arrives when our parade continues.
Come, ye thankful people, come, raise the song of harvest home. All is safely gathered in, ere the winter storms begin. Now our Maker doth provide for our wants to be supplied. Come, ye thankful people, come, raise the song of harvest home. Happy Thanksgiving from MetLife.
Hallmark presents Placido Domingo, Leona Mitchell, Placido Domingo Jr., and the London Symphony Orchestra in an exclusive Christmas album, Joy to the World. Record or cassette, just $2.95 with any Hallmark purchase. Enjoy it, and Merry Christmas from Hallmark, where there's more to Christmas than ever before.
The only thing more exciting than turbo hoppers is Aero Turbo Hopper, the hottest off-road action you've ever seen. Because it's radio controlled, you hit the turbo power to make the pass and win. Aero Turbo Hopper and Turbo Hopper, only from Tyco RC.
The Land Before Time has been called the best animated film for the holiday season.
Yep, yep, yep.
George Lucas and Steven Spielberg present a Don Bluth film, The Land Before Time. Rated G, now playing at theaters everywhere.
Before introducing Kodak's new, easy-to-use 35mm cameras, we asked people around the country to try them out. And when they did, something remarkable happened. With Kodak's new Auto 35 cameras, they took the best pictures of their lives.
Hey, we're back in business. The first practical thing they've given me to wear. I mean, this is Snoopy's own. The Peanuts gang loves cold weather, and they love to put on their hats and scarves and get out in the sunshine. It is a beautiful day, about 48 degrees now. Most of all, they love to skate right on their float, furnished by Metropolitan Life Insurance.
And lovely Jill Schultz. She's the
boy.
daughter of Charles Schultz, you know, the creator of the cartoon characters. She skates with Charlie Brown and Lucy and Linus, and they're decorating for a Christmas fort, I think.
Almost as cute as you are, almost.
I'm going to hand you your hats next year. That's going to be my job.
You and I together.
How can anything go wrong on a day like this?
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're the kind of reminder we need. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that are very rare indeed.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a prince, and a prince could be king.
With a heart such as yours, you could open any doors. You could go out and do anything. You could be king, Charlie Brown. You could be king.
If only you weren't so wishy-washy.
Guess who's flown in for his first parade? It's Woodstock. And there's Snoopy, his good friend. Let's see what's... Hey, look what's happening there. We're seeing the old Snoopy cam, and we're getting an eye on what Snoopy is seeing. He has the camera hidden in a scarf. It's actually in one small chamber of the balloon. I guess Woodstock probably heard what a great time Snoopy had last year, and he just had to get in on the fun. This is furnished by United Media. This delightful twosome has matching handlers, 50 for Snoopy and 15 for his little feathered friend, Woodstock. There they go. They're going around the corner, and there's the Snoopy cam. That's what Snoopy's seeing of the crowd.
I don't know if you've ever given it any thought, but handling these balloons is an incredible task. Our hats are off to all. In the beginning, right now, it's beginning to look more like Christmas every minute. With this, every float that comes closer to Santa Claus, we have Stephen Collins, star of the NBC series Tattingers. Tattingers is a restaurant in the show that you've seen. Maybe Stephen is going to invite the Sweet Adelines to dinner because those 50 talented barbershop singers are the Ramapo Valley chapter of the worldwide Sweet Adelines. Fantastic.
Straight ahead, the famous Radio City Music Hall Rockettes, a grand band finale, and the arrival of Santa Claus.
What are we gonna get them? There's gotta be something.
No. McDonald's.
Later. So hard to find the right gift.
You would wear these on your feet.
Not sure what they're like.
Sweet now.
Nothing seems quite right.
I give up.
What are we gonna get him, guys? Food.
McDonald's. Yes, all right.
The good time.
Why did we think of this in the first place?
I did.
I did.
Can you say Oshkosh Bagosh?
I want him to.
Oh, okay, sure.
Did you say that? Say Oshkosh Bagosh. No. I will try to. Oshkosh Bagosh. Oshkosh.
Oshkosh Bagosh. Kids' clothes as tough as our name.
I need some gifts for my girlfriends.
Girlfriends? How many?
I have 8.
I find that a little hard to believe.
Well, one of them's my mother.
Uh-huh. Well, I recommend these lovely isotoner gloves. They feel great on your hands, and they're the perfect gift because one size fits all.
That's great. I'll take 9.
I thought you said you had 8 girlfriends.
Well, you never know when I might need an extra pair.
Oh, my.
Isotoner gloves. The perfect gift because they're the perfect fit.
Why One of the first signs of the Christmas holiday season in New York is the opening of the magnificent Christmas Spectacular at Radio City Music Hall. A highlight of that show is the 72 dancing feet we're going to see right now. The famous precision dance team, none other than the Rockettes.
Girls so much in just a short period of time. So many dances, so little time. From Southwest Missouri, the great Southwest Missouri State University Band. Their pride and joy, it's all coming your way. Don't you go away. about that? The Bruin Pride Band, Southwest Missouri State. It doesn't get any better than that. Oh, I'm going to cry, Sandy. I'm sorry. It's the beginning. The Christmas season has begun. That jolly old man himself running right into Herald Square. How sweet it is. Go get him, Santa.
The spirit of Christmas and love be with you throughout the year. Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho!
Oh, wow. You see Santa, guys? You see Santa? Way down there, he's coming.
Ho, ho, ho! Happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas!
Well, Sandy, how'd you like it?
I think I liked it probably as much or more than my boys. How did you like your second time around?
Oh, I love it. I hope they invite me as long as I'm on this earth. It gets bigger and better. And really, Merry Christmas. Let me be the first to wish you Merry Christmas.
And happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas.
God bless. It really was fun. And everybody, Merry Christmas and Happy Thanksgiving to one and to all. It is truly a love affair. Good old Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, good old NBC, and the good old USA. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy. I love you.
Hotel accommodations for most guests of this program furnished by the Omni Berkshire Place Hotel, Manhattan's green and civilized oasis, in exchange for this announcement. For reservations, call 1-800-THE-OMNI. This telecast of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is sponsored in part by Tyco, radio control cars, electric racing, electric trains, and other fine toys. By Oshkosh Bagosh, clothing for the entire family, the genuine article since 1895. By Isotoner gloves and slippers, fitting gifts for everyone you care about. And by the good time, great taste of your holiday place, McDonald's. Later today, join Bob Costas for a special Thanksgiving Day edition of NFL Live, followed by football Texas style. The Houston Oilers take on the Dallas Cowboys today on NBC Sports. I'm Linda Lopez. From all of us at NBC, have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
On the return of Something Is Out There.
There are very violent people.
It's disguised.
It was the city's 93rd annual Turkey Trot, a 5-mile...
Thanksgiving is predictable. Give thanks for that. Every year, the little kids on the Broadway curbsides are awestruck by the 5-story tall balloons in the great Macy's parade. And they were again today in New York City. Every year, people dress up like pilgrims. They did again today at Benton Harbor, Michigan. Every year, a Thanksgiving...
Today, helping the needy have a Thanksgiving dinner. I'll have that story coming up.
I'm Julie Carey. It is an unusual Thanksgiving for the O'Fallon tornado victims. A look at how one family is starting to rebuild coming up.
And the whole town of Herrin, Illinois is invited to Thanksgiving dinner, compliments of the town's mayor.
Eyewitness News at 6 is next.
Ever feel like you're getting nickeled and dimed to death? Take my old gas station. If I use their credit card, $1 bought 96 cents worth of gas. For me, that 4 cents added up to about 50 bucks a year. So now I come here, Phillips 66.
And now, Channel 5 Eyewitness News at 6.
The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, a sight we're all used to seeing. For some, today means floats and marching bands. For others, it means they'll get a hot meal. Good evening and happy Thanksgiving. I'm Dick Ford, sitting in for Karen Fox.
And I'm Hugh Perkins. On this Thanksgiving Day, most St. Louisans are spending time with their families and enjoying the traditional turkey dinner.
But for the poor and the homeless of the area, they were not forgotten today. Charitable organizations served thousands of dinners throughout the city. Channel 5's Jeff Fowler has that story.
At the Someone Cares mission, volunteers plan to serve more than 50
free meals were served around the city today.
Many St. Louisans began their day by attending special church services. In North St. Louis, 5 churches joined together this morning for a service of thanksgiving. It was a time for counting blessings, for prayer, and for song. In South St. Louis, the congregations of 2 churches joined together in giving thanks. They also celebrated communion. Oh, this year, Thanksgiving carries a special meaning for O'Fallon families whose homes were wiped out by last week's tornado. Tonight, Channel 5's Julie Carey takes a look at one family picking up the pieces.
When the Burrows arrived at the Red Cross shelter last week, they didn't know what they'd lost in the storm. This is what daylight revealed. The entire second floor of their condo blown away. Most of the family was in a second-story bedroom when the storm hit.
We're lucky to be alive. That's all there is to it. We should be dead. I mean,
2 family cats were missing. All that could be salvaged was a few appliances. Slowly, very slowly, they've started to rebuild now. The cats were both found, but the Burrows couldn't bring them home until they found a home. Now there is one. For the time being, it's a very bare apartment.
Oh, it's just not enough time to do everything. Not enough time in the day to go and replace all the things that you've had to replace.
While the Burrows have picked up some new dishes and other essentials, they've been sleeping on the floor for a week.
you find material things don't mean that much to you, you know, because in the storm, there was 1 second where I didn't know. I was scared. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Still, instead of shopping for the turkey, the Burrows are looking for some new furniture. A kitchen table and chairs are first on the list. These vouchers from the Red Cross help with some of the shopping. They cover a week's worth of groceries, new shoes, and clothing for the family. The whole experience leaves them with a new view of Thanksgiving.
I think Thanksgiving is a forgotten holiday, and we have a lot to be thankful for.
We're very thankful, yes, because we might not have been here.
In O'Fallon, Missouri, Julie Carey, Channel 5 Eyewitness News.
The Burrows are also very thankful to their employers who gave them a week off and loaned them company cars.
Well, the mayor of Herrin, Illinois says he feels just like a mother today. The mayor invited the whole city to Thanksgiving dinner at the Herrin Civic Center. There are 11,000 people living in Herrin, that's about 90 miles southeast of St. Louis, and about 750 people were served. Local businesses donated 30 20-pound turkeys. A bakery down the street cooked them up, and residents supplied the rest. Mayor Quaglia says he thinks this is the first time a city has tried to feed all of its residents.
We couldn't find of any other city that tried to do this. There are various civic organizations and churches that do, but the city hasn't tried it before, so maybe we're first on this.
Of course, Channel 5's John Kurtzborn never turns down a free meal, so he was there. And tonight at 10, John will have more turkey and dressing tales from Herrin, Illinois.
Millions of Americans worked up an appetite for their Thanksgiving dinner today by watching the annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. While many of us watched the parade here on Channel 5, others from Missouri were actually in the parade. Leading the McDonald's All-American High School Band was Lafayette High School senior Brandy Patton. She's the first female to lead the band in its 22-year history. Also in the parade was the Southwest Missouri State Band. It paraded past more than 2 million spectators lining the parade route. And about 100 kids from the area were among those to see the parade in person, thanks to Jackie Joyner-Kersey. We'll have more on that story coming up a little later.
It was a great day for a parade there and a great day for anything here. Still to come on Eyewitness News.
A Chesterfield family is homeless tonight after a fire, but they're thankful no one was hurt. Plus,
I'm John Noel in North St. Louis, where a traffic accident erupts in gunfire, leaving one man dead and his wife injured. I'll have that story ahead.
I'm Terry Fisher for Terry Fisher Mazda in St. Charles. This Friday...
Service revolver. Officers say that Barnes was scuffling
a little harder. The Census Bureau says 32,500,000 people in this country lived below the poverty line last year. 5 million of those people held down full-time jobs.
Special Thanksgiving Day treat today. They were in New York for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Olympic gold medalist Jackie Joyner-Kersee made the trip possible. The Kersee Foundation paid for the chartered flight and stay in New York. The kids were all smiles when they returned to St. Louis today.
It was wonderful.
What did you like best about it?
The one about the comic books people.
For many of the kids, this was a one-of-a-kind experience. Most have never flown or stayed in a hotel.
I haven't even left East St. Louis before.
At first, I was scared of the plane, but now, since I've been on it twice, I'm not scared anymore.
The group included members of the St. Louis Girls Club and students from 3 East St. Louis schools. And all the kids agree that this is a Thanksgiving Day they will never forget.
Yeah, I've never seen the parade live.
I haven't either.
It'd be wonderful. Wonderful experience, yeah. Let's see what's coming up next.
And I'm Catherine Kiefer. Ahead tonight on Channel 2 News. From family dinners to town banquets, Americans feasted on turkey and trimmings on this day of Thanksgiving.
The big balloons were flying high at the Macy's parade in New York, with local kids getting a special first-hand look.
And now it's on to the Christmas shopping season. Tonight, an extra report on the hot toys for 1988. Details next on Channel 2 News.
Southwestern Bell Telephone offer this holiday wish. May the season bring you joy, peace, and most of all, may it bring you home.
I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams.
In the new movie, The Land Before Time, Littlefoot, Sarah, Ducky, and Spike share an incredible journey. Along the way, they become best friends.
Now we'll always be together.
And now, these lovable characters can be your friends, too. With a pizza from Pizza Hut, a Land Before Time dinosaur is 99 cents. Your friends are waiting at Pizza Hut.
We'll always be together. Pizza Hut, make it great.
This is Channel 2, KTBI, St. Louis. This is Channel 2 News at 10. With Catherine Kiefer, Don Marsh, Miles Musio with the weather, and Stu Kleitenik with sports.
Good evening. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. If someone told you right now you were full of it, they'd probably be right.
200 years ago, Ben Franklin wanted the turkey to be the national bird. Well, today, it was.
Carol, where's the dressing coming from? We're out of dressing.
It was the kind of thing heard across the nation today, from soup kitchens to country clubs, as Americans sat down to eat and be thankful. Perhaps the most unusual setting of all was the Civic Center in Herrin, Illinois, where everyone in town was invited, hundreds came, and no one was turned away. Not everyone in the community showed up, but it was clear that dinner was served to those who probably needed it most.
Well, it's just a place to come and eat. If I wasn't up here eating, I'd probably be at home eating bologna.
Herrin spared none of the trimmings. It was all there and then some. About 250 people helped cook the dinner, 100 others baked desserts. And so it went across the country. Larry Rice served hundreds of down-and-outers at the New Life Evangelistic Center. That's in downtown St. Louis. Hundreds more ate at the Someone Cares mission in North St. Louis. Just a couple of examples of people helping people. But perhaps the most poignant gathering of all, just east of the Capitol in Washington, where Mitch Snyder, activist for the homeless, provided dinners for 1,000. It illustrated that in this country for which we have so much to be thankful, we have a long way to go. But wherever people gathered to eat, the reaction was pretty much the same.
Wonderful. It was really, really delicious.
And just in case you like to keep track of such things, some 45 million turkeys made the ultimate sacrifice today.
Traveling servicemen and women landing at Lambert Airport today were welcomed by the USO. So far, volunteers have seen about 300 servicemen. The USO has shifted gears from the traditional coffee canteen of the 40s. They now provide everything from meals to spiritual, educational, and entertainment needs for members of America's armed forces. They offer a home away from home for military personnel. One of the good things to do at home today, watch the annual Macy's Day Parade. Most of our favorite cartoon characters made larger-than-life appearances. Nearly 2 million people lined the streets of New York to take in the 60-second parade. There was the Pink Panther, Garfield, Snoopy and his buddy Woodstock, something for kids of all ages. And speaking of kids, 100 of them from East St. Louis are just back from the parade. They were treated to the New York trip by Olympic gold medalist Jackie Joyner-Kersee. They spent the night in the Big Apple and joined other spectators for the parade. They were only gone for a day, but they're likely to remember the treat for a lifetime.
Santa's helpers will be out in force tomorrow. The day after Thanksgiving is traditionally the busiest shopping day of the year.
Toy business for 27 years. He says if you want to find out what kids will want this Christmas, just watch children's TV programs.
Cartoons after school really push on the advertising end of it the toys that are going to be popular.
Here are some of the toys Tilly thinks will be in big demand. The video game Nintendo, Little Tyke Pretend Kitchen and other assorted Little Tyke items, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Holiday Barbie. This isn't the one. He's still waiting for her arrival. Radio control cars and micro machines, collectible miniature toy cars.
I like a stacking toy for children about the age of 2. I think it encourages perceptual motor awareness.
Dr. Helen Bohm is an educational psychologist who's called the Toycologist. She's written this book and has some advice for parents. Bohm recommends taking your child to the store to see firsthand the toy they think they want. This could eliminate Christmas morning disappointment.
Sometimes the toys that they dream about, that they've seen on TV, are not quite the same when they get them home and they take them out of the box.
Dr. Bohm